Have you ever wondered about how employers and industries can affect your community? Well, we've had many new employers and industries move into our tri-state area in the last few years in West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. Hi, I'm Lori Wilson. I'm a local real estate agent here in the tri-state area of West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. My contact information is below, so if you want more information about where I live and possibly moving here, or if you just want to share something great, make sure you look for my contact information below, call, text, or email me, and I'll be happy to respond and help you out as well. So let's dive in, because I think a lot of people, when they move, they don't consider the employers that are in the communities, industries, different things that can affect affordability, right? And that's changed in our area quite a bit in the last few years. So when these employers come to town, the housing demand goes up and rents also go up. So it can increase real estate taxes, your insurance coverages, your monthly payments, and all of those things that jump in, especially like where we live right now. We are kind of in a housing shortage, and we are in the spring of 2026. This is the beginning and the cusp of our really busy season that we call busy season in real estate, but it's affecting so many people. So there's a lot of short-term rentals that are really booming right now, and just rentals in general, whether they're furnished or unfurnished. And also the purchase/sales prices of homes in our area are going up a little bit too, because when somebody finds what they want, especially if they're in a multiple offer situation, they have to make their offer a little bit more attractive and sweeten the pot a little bit. So really, it's all about supply and demand, right? I mean, it's complete economics. If your supply is low and demand is high, it's really going to pull those prices and change things around. In our area, we have large healthcare systems. We have several universities and colleges. We have several different industries. For example, Marathon Petroleum, Nucor, which is a new steel plant that is being built in Apple Grove, West Virginia. It's right on the Ohio River. And as you go north above Point Pleasant, West Virginia, there's a data center going in there. So those things are really affecting that immediate area. You probably never heard of Apple Grove. Apple Grove is this really small area town in West Virginia on the Ohio River, and it's always been farms. Always been farmland, and just one of those places that you pass through to get from one town to the next. So what a lot of people have struggled with in our area is finding housing for shorter commute times, right? So if you work at Nucor or even Marathon, those housing demands don't necessarily give you a really short commute time to work. But if you're working for one of the hospitals or the university, you're going to find housing that can be very close and very convenient, whether that's when you buy or when you rent. And even STRs, right? Short-term rentals like Airbnbs, Verbos, those types of things, they also are full all the time. Of course, there's always going to be plenty of hotels and motels close by, but who wants to live in a hotel or a motel even for a month? I just feel like it would be so stressful and hard to live in a one room like that. But keep looking online, and I can give you resources for those short-term rentals, because we're a bit small enough community that a lot of us know each other, and so we interact with each other and we network together and share numbers and locations and things like that. So if you're looking for short-term rentals, if you're looking to buy, I'm happy to share that with you as well. So the average income limit in West Virginia, in our area here, I want to say it's like $48,000 a year, which is not much, right? The average list and sales price house is about $180,000 and maybe up to $200,000, but that's changing because of the industries that are moving here, and the hospitals are expanding. Like overnight, they're expanding. At Marshall University, they've got a pharmacy school now, there's a PA school now, and so as those schools and different departments grow, it's bringing more students in. And let me tell you, there are a lot of parents that are buying homes for their kids to go to school at Marshall rather than rent, or even staying in a dorm, because it's more affordable to own a home in our area than it is to pay rent or even to live in a dorm. Of course, because of the industries, there's a lot of transient people that move in and out. Sometimes people stay for 6 months. That's where those short-term rentals come into play and are really helpful. If you own a property that you could rent and use as a short-term rental, that's amazing. Some people are coming in and, like I said, working for 3 or 6 months. Some people are coming in and staying 3 years, 5 years, 6 years. A lot of relocation buyers that I work with, when I start to show them property, one of my big questions to them is, well, how long do you think you're going to be here? And 90% of the time their answer is probably 5 to 6 years. All right, so then I'm able to help them to pinpoint areas that tend to sell well, right? But of course, it's always up to them where they want to live, what they're looking for, whether they want a farm, whether they want a townhouse or a condo or just a single family home. But either way, the circumference area around a lot of these major employers, some of these people are moving and living an hour away. Their commute is not going to be quick. Okay, so the relocation companies that are bringing people in and out of our area, it's cyclical. And you know what? The good thing about when homes are bought and sold more than once or twice or 3 times, typically every time someone buys a home, they make some updates to it. And that's a good thing. Whether it's a roof, whether it's flooring or windows or something like that. So a lot of times when a home is bought and sold, it changes hands, somebody that is selling, they've made some type of an improvement to that house. And it may not be something that you can see. It could be something very simple, or it could be something very expensive. So the manufacturing companies here, they really create a good blend of higher end homes that are buying and being sold, but a lot of times it's the everyday blue collar worker that's moving here. Electricians, plumbers, safety people, things that the everyday Joe, so to speak, and does for a living. And so that average home sale, the average home price, pretty much stays pretty good and steady. But I have noticed that some of those prices, the sales prices, are increasing a little bit just because right now our inventory is a little low. So Marshall University not only creates jobs, but of course the students moving in and out every semester, they're on semesters here, creates a big demand for rentals, especially right around the university. Unless those kids have a car, most of them want to walk to school. Absolutely. And usually the rentals are a little bit more affordable than staying in the dorm, like I mentioned before. And I'll tell you, one new company or one employer that is just beginning to hire can have a huge impact on the influx of employees to a certain area, and it can flip a switch overnight with affordability, new construction even. I know we've noticed that in the Winfield and Tays Valley area, there's new construction. Those homes are being built by a local builder, and they're beautiful and they're new. No one's lived in them except that first-time home buyer, and the resale there is really nice because they're just newer and newer homes. So if you're thinking about moving to our tri-state area, and when I say tri-state area, I mean West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. So right here where these 3 states meet on the Ohio River, this is our tri-state area. And if you're thinking about moving here, you're going to really want to take into consideration where these manufacturers are, where the employers are, the industries, the schools, the hospitals, and all of those things. Take those into account, because some people may want to live out in the country, and that could be a good 20 to 30 minute distance drive. And some people may want to be right in the heart of downtown, whether it's in Ashland or Proctorville or Huntington. So I wanted to give you a few little insider tips if you're coming to West Virginia this summer. All right, there are 3 festivals that I absolutely love. And one of them is the Strawberry Festival, and it's in Buchanan, West Virginia. If you like anything strawberry, and I mean anything strawberry, go to Buchanan. It's in this little town, and it is the absolute best festival that you could go. And you can get an Airbnb, and you can spend the night and just walk through the town, enjoy all the food, enjoy the festivals and the things that are going on. The other thing is the Hot Dog Festival. Yeah, Huntington is well known for their hot dogs. Hot Dog Festival in Huntington, West Virginia, and that festival actually benefits the Children's Hospital here in Huntington. The last festival that a lot of people don't know about, it's the Fly-In Festival. So there is a small airport in Lesage, West Virginia that's on the Ohio River. The Fly-In Festival has small engine planes, you know, people that jump out of parachuters, people that jump out of planes. I don't jump out of planes. Don't think I will ever jump out of planes. But it's a really, really fun weekend to watch all of those things happen. Have great food. There's a campground there. There's a restaurant there, and a lot of good things to enjoy. For a full list of the fairs and festivals that are in West Virginia, you can go to the State of West Virginia has a website, and there's a list of their locations and their dates, and you can enjoy everything in West Virginia all summer long. So be sure to like and subscribe if you want more information. Again, my info's down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.